So we were trying to figure out our TV schedule at the gym last night, and we realized at 10 o'clock, all right, that's what we watched last week, was Legion. Aaron's like, I want to give that thing a second episode. We got like 20 minutes into it, and we're like, fuck it, we're going to bed. Morning. It's wet, but not rainy. So, horribly backlit. Very bright out. It was very warm when
Very bright out, but bright out.
Well, yeah, for this much cloud cover, it's pretty bright.
Yeah.
But yeah, so apparently Aaron wanted to say something about Legion.
No, not Legion. After we went to bed, I was lying there, looked up at my notifications. Oh, I have a WhatsApp message. It's probably from Hussein. Check it. So are you getting on? Getting off. Reply. Shit. Forgot I had a meeting last night.
Oh,
I skipped it.
gotcha. Well, hopefully you can explain to him today that it is just so bleedingly late for you.
Oh, he totally understood. I told him about it and he said, don't worry about it. I think my exact words were, shit, I'm already in bed.
I'm already in bed and naked, or whatever.
Because that totally matters for a voice call.
Birds are going crazy. Maybe they sense the dogs. Well, it was the puppet.
And geese.
Well, the
The
geese.
geese were just like... I understand that they use the honking to not just communicate, but also to like, echolocate, so they can figure out where they are. But they do that mostly in fog. It's clear.
Well, they were just probably trying to rally the crowd. Hey, it's time to go, it's time to go, it's time to go, it's time. Like...
We're going south, guys, we're going south.
Or north, or we're going over to another place. It's just, it could have been anything.
Hey, you guys.
They're geese, after all.
At
But
least they're not seagulls.
yeah, so we had a little bit of rain. I have yet to check how the Oroville Dam is going. Apparently they were able to, I mean, I haven't seen anything show up on my Facebook trending things. Everyone's talking about Puzder. How he made it to adulthood with that last name, I don't know.
how he and his precedents got through adult life without changing their name.
Ancestors, we'll just call them.
That's the word.
Okay, see, the thing is, to me, like, I guess maybe with how old see, I don't know how old he is. Then again, I could look at him and be like, oh, he's got a suit on and well-styled hair. He's got to be in his 50s, because there's nobody ever around my age that would ever nicely style their hair, wear a suit and run for office. We're all too young. I can be a fucking president right now. I'm 35. It's just like my own age is not kicking into me yet. But I guess part of that is I don't really lead a very formal life.
Yeah. I've seen people on the Max. Heck, I've seen people in downtown Portland riding their bikes with one leg of their three-piece suit rubber banded so they don't get caught in the gears.
That's true. But I'm taking a wild guess that most of the cabinet picks recently have been definitively up there in age. I know Belle Biv DeVos does not like to. She looks like one of those that doesn't show her age, so she probably is significantly up there. But what I was saying about Puzder is the fact that he's of like a generation and a half ahead of me, it seems like. Maybe so that he would be, so that a level of teasing that would be around that name that we would think of now isn't existent. Although maybe his children or grandchildren have had a hell of a time.
Yeah, I think that's more... I think he's of the generation where he wouldn't have been teased for it, he would have gotten beat up for it.
Teased, beat up. I'm one of those that says, I mean, like, am I teased or beat up at football practice?
Neither.
I get it, but that's the concept of, you know, a little roughhousing people now call being beat up or abused.
I'm talking like take out behind the schoolyard after school and beat the shit out of.
Nelson to Bart sort of thing, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Saw a guy get off the Max with the bike and decided to walk down the middle of the platform, and I'm just like, I'm gonna take up as much room. I'm gonna man spread. So that he had to walk or go around through a lot of other people. Yeah, we ain't doing the Pokemons right now because we has no data.
Yeah.
And yeah. But
So I've at least been looking at other options for phones and service, so I guess Portland area or anyone, really, US at least, folks. What's a good phone that's coming up in the next 6 months, or cheap in the next 6 months?
Don't bring up iPhones.
Yeah, Android.
Definitively Android. Don't bring up iPhones. I will find a way to haunt you in the afterlife.
And also service. I've looked into Credo and Google Fi, and I haven't looked up Sprint or Verizon because they're hard to look at. They have lots of ads with their prices, but no easy way to check their prices.
No
last I
charts.
checked.
No charts.
Yeah.
So it's in my history. I'm gonna have to go back a little bit because I watched some US, so I've watched other YouTube videos. But I had Aaron watch a video about, it's called Chart Party, about NFL scores.
Yes. It was cool. And I actually did some additional chart to it.
It's like 26 minutes long or something, so.
Yeah. And it's data analysis of NFL football scores. NFL box scores, I suppose.
When I first saw like the first 2 minutes, and they were kind of going over, now this can't happen and this can't happen and this score can't happen. Pretty much a score of 1 cannot happen, except 6 and 1, and here's the weird rule where it can happen. And I hit pause and went, Aaron needs to watch this video right now.
Yeah. And they didn't get to what that weird rule was for probably 20 minutes.
The idea is still that they went over every possible score and how likely, I'm taking a wild guess, even how likely it is some things are to happen. Like, yeah, a 2 is a thing, a safety is a thing, but they're really, really hard to do. So while this is a score that can happen, it's not a likely score.
Right. They went over the likelihood specifically of a 2-2 tie. It's feasible, it's technically possible, and the sun will probably not melt the earth before it happens.
If you're interested, I mean, if you're relatively like chart math inclined, I know a video like that isn't for everyone, but if you're of kind of a nerdy numbers sort of persuasion, you might want to check it out a little bit. Maybe not the whole thing, but is he just gonna park the bike on the thing, or is he gonna come down the
No,
whole?
I just got the bike.
And he's coming this way?
Maybe checking the time or making sure the other bikes are locked.
Where he was reaching on the bikes, it makes me seem like he was checking to see if the thing was actually locked all the way through the wheel.
Yeah, could be.
I mean, good on him. That,
Yeah.
you know, people can't necessarily get up and steal the bikes, but the fact that they're
Yeah.
just out there in the open, doesn't matter if you lock a back tire, they're
pretty heavy.
I understand they're pretty heavy, but it's to the point of like, no security is enough. It's a very mild deterrent.
Yeah.
Because I found I saw one of those bikes, and it was next to the thing, and I just sort of reached over and grabbed the center of balance and lifted it right up.
Yeah.
Like, and that's when I thoroughly determined no, it's a deterrent.
Yes. It's a deterrent, but it's like a lock on your door. Lock on your door isn't for security, it's a deterrent.
Yeah.
The quote I remember from childhood is, "Locks keep honest men out."
Well, ding-a-ding-a-ding-ding, here comes this train.
Bye.